Holly, I have been given the opportunity to evaluate you today. Now, I took this challenge for one reason and one reason only. I do not know Holly. I've seen her twice at the meeting when she was a guest and at the last meeting. And I already knew that she was a good speaker. I like a challenge. And I knew I was going to be challenged today because today's speech that she gave, which was technically an icebreaker, was very good. And anyone who evaluates, at least in my mind, it's easier to evaluate someone who does not do that good of a job. Why? Maybe because I'm just a pessimist. I don't know. But it's easier for me. So let's go over Holly's speech. Now, before the meeting, she had already warned me that she was going to use cards and not to make mention of her cards. So I won't. However, she didn't say I couldn't talk about her body language. So what happened? She comes up here, she's going to introduce herself. She's going to talk about who she is. She should be an expert on this subject. And I use cards, I use notes, and I don't have a problem with that. But what I had a problem with was you coming up here with your stack of cards, out of order, and taking my time to watch you bump, bump, bump. Oh, let's bump, bump, bump. Let's move this around a little bit. You should have those all in order. And I thought it would have been better if you had your cards up here so that we didn't have to keep seeing the top of your head, because you would look down, read your card, have great eye contact, but if you had your cards up here, it would have been an easier transition. Speaking about body language, you had excellent body language throughout your speech. So let's go over a couple of things. You talked about love. You included that warm, fuzzy feeling with love. You talked about the 17 pages, nice use of a big space. You talked about 5 things. You talked about I'm a nerd. And your body language continued throughout the whole talk to match what you were trying to say. Excellent body language. Let's talk about your beginning and end. You started with love. And if you follow the logic, you knew when you were at the end of your speech that you were going to be ending because you ended with love. I thought that was great. Beginning, end, nice book ends. Another thing that you did well was you incorporated movies, at least that's how I interpreted it, when you were giving things that you wanted us to remember. Now, I'm not quite sure what exact language you used about the cards, but I immediately transferred that into the commercial. I don't drink often, but when I drink, and so you said something like, I don't use cards often, but what, and so I immediately made that connection. Also, when you talked about She Had Me at Lois, I immediately thought about the movie Jerry Maguire. You had me at hello. So I thought that was good. I also liked the way you carried your theme throughout with Superman. You wore the Superman t-shirt, and you talked about Superman in the beginning, the middle, and the end. And not ever using Match.com, I like that you explained it because I have never seen it, so I thought that was helpful. All in all, I thought it was a great speech, and thank you for sharing a little bit about yourself.